Hey y'all, Josh here today, aka the world's greatest dad. And what I got on right here is the Seektop 2-in-1 weightlifting belt. Today we're gonna unbox this bad boy, take a detailed close look at it, put it through a full workout test, see if it's something you might wanna pick up for your workouts as well. So with that being said, let's get it. So let's go ahead and start from the beginning. When you pick this thing up, it's gonna come to you in a bag just like this. Let's get her opened up, see what we're working with. And here's everything you're going to get with this package. Of course, we've got the weightlifting belt itself, little instruction sheet, this nice additional fitting cushion. Then we've got our heavy duty chain with 2 carabiners. As we take a little closer look at the weightlifting belt itself, the first thing I'll point out is just how much support you're actually going to get when you're actually using this as a back support. If we turn this thing over, you'll see this nice double stitch seams all the way around. Then you've got these heavy duty steel D-clamps and this nice heavy-duty steel buckle as well. Now they're also going to provide you with this little close fit cushioning that you can use to support your lower back area even more. And all that's going to do is just Velcro right onto that area of the belt. Again, this is going to be a personal preference, but I appreciate the fact that they threw it in. Now as we take a look and compare our Seektop weightlifting belt with some other traditional weightlifting belts in here, the Rogue, which is a decent belt, but you can definitely tell the difference just in the thickness here compared to our Seektop and just how much more support that thing's going to give you. We compare it to our Everlast traditional belt right here. You'll see this thing is also very thick, but just even there in the buckle, man, I definitely like the looks of this thing a lot better. Now Seektop offers 2 different sizes when it comes to these multifunctional weightlifting belts. They've got the size medium, which is going to be for a waist anywhere between 28 to 35 inches, or you got the large like we got here today, and that's going to be for waists between 35 and 45 inches. Now you're not going off your pant size on this. You want to go ahead and take a tape measure and measure right around your belly button all the way around to get your correct waist size. So let's go ahead and get this thing put on and test it out while we do a little bit of squats and deadlifts. So we're going to go ahead and put this first part right behind our buckle. Then we're going to go ahead and run it on the top part right here. So you basically got this little insurance policy in this thing that's going to make sure if anything was to slip on the Velcro, this thing's got your back. So you're not down in a squat position. Maybe your Velcro slips and this thing just comes completely off. Next, to tighten it up, we're going to go ahead and just snug it, pull it as tight as we possibly can, and then we'll Velcro it all the way across. Let's go ahead and do some squats. And one thing I want to point out here is just how this reinforcement actually works to keep you safe. You'll see if I loosen up my Velcro completely, I still have tension in here. It's not until I actually feed this thing through that it loosens up and your little clip loosens right there. Let's go ahead and do some deadlifts. All right, a couple observations after using this thing as a weightlifting belt. First and foremost, I have about a 36-inch waist right around my belly button. Again, this large is set up for 35 to 45, so I was really pushing it where I probably could have fit into a medium as well. Other than that, I thought this thing gave me a ton of support, and I like that little reinforced buckle right there as well. All right, so this thing's a pretty sweet weightlifting belt, but let's go ahead and test out its second functionality, which is going to be using it for weighted dips and pull-ups. Now, first off, when we take a look at our chain, it's actually going to be 38 inches long, and I really appreciate the fact that these are some pretty heavy-duty carabiners as well. Now, all we're gonna do is simply hook this one side here. We can slide our weight in, and then we'll simply hook this other side in there as well. Now, another cool thing about this is the fact that you can really adjust this for any size that you want. All you simply got to do is move your carabiner down the line a little bit. So no matter how far you want that weight hanging, you can just make simple adjustments like that to lower or raise it. Now, one cool thing about this is that you can use it with a variety of different styles of weights. We got ourselves a 35-pound dumbbell here, a 35-pound kettlebell, as well as a 35-pound plate. So let's go ahead and start out with our dumbbell first. All we're simply going to do is wrap this a couple times. We're gonna go once over, once underneath, kind of get it evened out. Hook it to your other clip, and you're good to go. Next, we'll go ahead and do our kettlebell. Now, I wanted to shorten this up so it wasn't swinging so low, so I moved it up on each side of the chain. And then we'll simply just slide that through, hook this back in, and good to go again. And finally, for my plate, just gonna stack that right there. Now I drop this down about 3 chain lengths, slide her through, and that sits pretty well also. All right, after doing some weighted pull-ups as well as dips, I gotta say this thing definitely passed the test for that as well. And just to kind of show you a little comparison, this is my regular belt that I've been using for years when it comes to weighted dips and pull-ups. And you'll just see if we kind of just compared the difference in the chains here, man, heck, even the carabiners, there's just a huge difference in these. And this thing's been an absolute beast for me, and it's worked extremely well. But I can definitely tell this thing is much more heavy duty. I think the other thing that I really like about that is the spacing that you get with these two kind of D-clips right here. It doesn't hug you quite as much. For example, when I use this thing, you'll see that both of these are gonna come real close together right here. So you just got a lot of stuff kind of going on right there. And this actually gives you just a little bit more space. So definitely a thumbs up to Seektop for a great design. So there you go. That's pretty much everything you need to know about the Seektop 2-in-1 weightlifting belt. Now, at the end of the day, not only does this thing replace this and this, but it also does a pretty dang good job of excelling and actually upping their game on both of those things. So for those reasons and more, I'm definitely giving this thing a world's greatest dad thumbs up, and I say, go out and get you one. Hey, one more thing before you go. I want to let you know that the Seektop company behind this 2-in-1 weightlifting belt is a big fan of the world's greatest dad's in-depth and informational videos. Therefore, about a month ago, they reached out to me and asked me if they could send me this product for video review purposes. Now, with that being said, all the thoughts and opinions expressed in this video were my own. I always do my best to accurately describe any product I review. Now, I hope this video helped you out. We'll see you next time.